No, don't make me leave. I liked this one. Alright, can I come up with 3 takes on... I just saw Undertone, 2026 film on Tanis, Hers of Seattle. This is Regal Cinebarre Mountlake, and I saw Undertone, 5:30 p.m. showing. And it was really good. I don't really want to leave. Alright. I got my water cup. And I'll give it a 5 out of 5. And let's see. It's a busy place today. So I gotta park a little bit further away. We're getting the full walkout, you know, after the end credits. Look at this place. Okay, all right. So we're gonna avoid. That's what I thought. That one. Look at how creative I'm getting just so I can get it in the background on the marquee. Okay, 3 takes. So 1, plot. It's about me on Hollywood. No, but not. Okay, so it's about I'm Tanis, Hers of Seattle. It's about a woman who moves in with her mom to help care for her mom, and works on a podcast production, and the podcast is the Undertone podcast. And so it's really one character, and then there's a guy who's part of the podcast, and his voice is in the movie. But she really like the whole movie is her at this one desk in this one room and this one little house. For like my YouTube production, for what, over 6.00 consecutive years now. And so that's the plot. 2, what is the like dominant sensory engagement of the movie? So for me, it was sound. And there's kind of 2 parts of this. There's part 1 where they made very creative use of the surround sound in the theater. They had like a scene where the sound in the movie is like jumping around, like where it could be coming from, the sound in the movie. And they engaged the speaker system so that it was like Jumanji in the speakers. So different speakers in the auditorium would go off. Not all the speakers or the speakers on one side, but it'd be like, you know, back right and then upper left. And it was like, sound bumping. So that's part 1 of that. And part 2 of that is she'd be listening to something and she would have difficulty kind of, you know, distinguishing between, is what she's hearing through the sound she's hearing, is it what she's listening to and the recording with her headphones on, or is it in the house that she's in? And I was like, that's like my YouTube production. I'll be watching a video on platform or reviewing a video before publishing it, like watching it again, and I'll hear something and I'll be like, is that in the video, or is that like, you know, if it's like leaf blowers or something, I'm like, are the leaf blowers out? And it's the video. So I was like, I know what that one's like. And so that's the 2nd take. And then the 3rd take is it kind of real? And so the house is like, is it haunted? There's kind of like, is it haunted, or is it mama being weird? Because mama's kind of like not doing so well with her medical stuff. And so she like there's this like, you know, little figurine, you know, religious figurine that's kind of like, you know, a nun or the Virgin Mary or whatever, or something like that. And it's like, it looks like it's made of like a soapstone material, and it's sending off bad vibes. So she puts it in the closet on an upper shelf. And I was like, and you guys are like, is that real? Because I'm a stay-at-home daughter, and I got a mom with some medical stuff. And I'm like, I kid you not, she has put something in the trash, and, you know, she'll talk about some bad things, and I'll be like, you know, we're looking for improvement, so I'll take the thing out of the trash, a very particular thing for this, and put it in a place in a drawer somewhere in the house, so that she might stop talking about it, and she stops talking about it. So yeah, I've done that a number of times. Yeah, for real. That's part of my position. So if you think this is like stuff that's made up, it's like, no, it works. It's not doctor prescribed, no. But like, you know, me talking about like the ether and stuff, I'm like, it works. Sorry, physics. But yeah. So that was excellent. I was like, the movie ended. I was like, but I don't want to leave. So there we go. Thank you for joining me for this 3 takes on 2026 film Undertone after a 22 March 2026 showing.